Good afternoon, everybody. It's Lorraine Alternative Homesteading on Sunday, March 9, 2025. I hope everybody's doing well. Just wanted to do like a little bit of an update here. Um, let's see. I received my first 100 readers on Substack. And for anybody who doesn't know, I started a Substack a couple of months ago. I don't post there often, so every once in a while, because I realize that there are some things that I can't write or say on VTube, but I can for the most part on Substack. So I started a couple of months ago, and I have my first 100 readers. And for anybody that's looking, it's not alternative homesteading; it's Lorraine Valente. So if you're looking for my Substack newsletter, you want to sign up for free. It's Lorraine Valente, which is my name. And yes, this little cute little watch list that I pissed off the neighbor's dog. That's pretty much all it takes for you to get on a watch list. You know, as long as you piss off somebody, it could be a dog, a cat. It doesn't matter who you piss off. You know, it's usually a narcissist or whatever. But this is just, it's something that I commissioned this little image. I thought it was very sarcastic and funny. But anyway, there's an animal victory. Let me just pull it up here. And in Mississippi, a man was sentenced to 20 years. I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like this before. 20 years for his role in a cruel crime. And what was his crime? Torturing 4 little kittens. And this is a channel I subscribe to. It's The Real Paul Mueller. I actually found him on TikTok because he's an animal advocate. So 3 years later, justice for the kittens. So I commend the judge for ruling in this case, because this sets a precedence for other people that do these despicable crimes. And I'll show you here what this guy did.
To then 18-year-old Carl Travis Jr. He sure does love Snapchat. But for these 7 kittens, he had no love. Instead, he took to Snapchat and did some things. Here's a picture, no video. In the end, 4 kittens, Rainbow Bridge. 3 of them lucky to be alive. Thank goodness a good Samaritan saw the Snapchat and turned it into Doll Stanley of In Defense of Animals. Almost 3 years to get justice for these kittens in Mississippi. But just the other day, some justice, Carl Travis Jr. of Oxford, Mississippi, sentenced to 20 years. 6 of those years behind bars, 14 years probation.
There you go. This is phenomenal because it's widely known that people who torture animals, it's like the gateway drug to torturing humans. It's sort of like, smoking marijuana is supposed to be a gateway drug to doing other hardcore substances. Well, torturing animals is the gateway to torturing humans. And I'm so glad. 20 years is a long time. Usually when these crimes take place and people are sentenced, they get a little slap on the wrist, they'll pay a $100 fine, and they're free to go and do it again. So this was prosecuted in a court, and now this can be utilized in the future for other people that think it's okay to torture animals on Snapchat or anywhere else for fun. So anyway, next, I've been receiving a lot of weird spam comments, and it sort of goes like this. At first, it starts off by thanking me. Let me just pull it up here. So first it starts off, wait, that wasn't it. Where'd it go? It just disappeared now, of course. Of course. Well, anyway, it starts off, and maybe the criminals deleted it. The name of the woman is Amalia Karina -V4R. But there are several of these creatures. They don't have a real profile. And what they do is they have several playlists. And they're all vulgar, sexual content vulgar. But the comment is that I need some advice on blah, 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 all these bizarre words. And then it says about transferring money to a Binance. I have no idea even what that is. So be on the lookout for these creatures. So what I did was I reported this creature to YouTube for spam, and I also reported her channel for the abusive content. So anyway, I've received, I guess, about 4 of these in the last couple of weeks. And I wanted to say also thank you for coming into the live chat last night. We had, some really interesting conversations going. I kind of left the chat around 11:20 or so. Had to clean up my kitchen, clean dishes and stuff, clean the stove. And then when I came back, I noticed there was like a little error message on my screen that says that the network was having difficulty. And it stayed like that for about 10 minutes and then it unfortunately disconnected the chat. I didn't do that. Normally I would give you a heads up that I'm going to end the live stream. So it just did that automatically on behalf. Well, thank you, YouTube and network connection. It could be that somebody was interfering with my Wi-Fi, which is quite a possibility. Now I want to give an update on the med beds. We were talking about med beds. And let me just find it here. So I figured let me ask ChatGPT. And this is the response I received. Med beds are often discussed in alternative health and futuristic technology circles as advanced healing devices that use energy, light, or frequency-based treatments to regenerate tissue, heal diseases, and even reverse aging. Some theories suggest they work with quantum healing, plasma energy, or tachyon technology. I'll spell that. I've never heard of this. TACHYON technology. However, as of now, there is no, and this is bold print, no publicly available, scientifically verified med bed technology. Well, I can tell you for a fact that it exists. Most of the claims about med beds come from speculative sources, and there's no concrete evidence that they exist in the way often described. Some high-tech medical innovations like stem cell therapy, regenerative medicine, and AI-assisted diagnostics are making great strides, but nothing on the level of instant healing or full body regeneration. There are advancements in bioelectric medicine, frequency therapy, and electromagnetic healing, which some believe could be early forms of technology that may lead to something like med beds in the future. However, mainstream, this is the key word, mainstream science does not recognize med beds as real or available. So then ChatGPT is so sweet, It says, would you like any information on alternative healing technologies that are currently available? So I said, yes, please. So here are several alternative healing technologies that are actively being used today, some of which align with the ideas behind med beds. So here are a few notable ones, and this is for educational purposes only. This is not medical advice at all. 1, frequency and energy-based healing. There are Rife machines, which use electromagnetic frequencies to target pathogens and imbalances in the body, and some believe it can help with chronic illnesses and infections. Then there is PEMF, which is pulsed electromagnetic field therapy. This uses electromagnetic waves to promote cellular repair, reduce inflammation, and enhance circulation. Then there's bioresonance therapy. Then they claim to detect and correct imbalances in the body's energy field using electromagnetic waves. So if they can destroy the body, as they do with targeted individuals, with energy field electromagnetic waves, They can also heal the imbalances with the same electromagnetic waves. 2, there's light and laser therapies. Red light therapy, or RLT, and near infrared therapy, NIR, is used for skin healing, reducing inflammation, improving circulation, and even stimulating cellular repair. Cold laser therapy, low level laser therapy, which is LLLT, is applied for pain relief, wound healing, and nerve regeneration. Cold laser therapy. And 3 is quantum and scalar energy healing. Tesla coils and scalar wave therapy, and some believe that the scalar energy can promote healing at the quantum level by interacting with the body's biofield. TASH Yan energy therapy is theoretical energy that some claim can accelerate healing by restoring balance in the body's energy field. Number 4, sound and vibration healing. There's the suffragio frequencies, specific sound frequencies believed to promote healing and spiritual awakening. Binaural beats and isochronic tones used for brainwave entrainment, relaxation, and mental clarity. And then there's vibrational therapy, like tuning forks and singing bowls. They're really cool. They're used in sound healing to balance energy and promote relaxation. Yeah, they are really cool, and they're beautiful. The healing, the singing bowls are gorgeous. Number 5, regenerative medicine, mainstream advancements. Well, there's stem cell celery. That's so weird. I ate celery today. Stem cell therapy, but I celery. Stem cell therapy. Research is advancing in using stem cells to repair and regenerate damaged tissues. Exosome therapy, EXOSOME therapy, uses cell signaling to promote healing and reduce inflammation. Then there's hyperbaric oxygen therapy. I think this is what Michael Jackson used. A hyperbaric oxygen therapy, HBOT, increases oxygen levels in the body, helping it with wound healing, brain injuries, and immune function. So then ChatGPT says, would you like me to dive deeper into any of these or suggest ways to incorporate them into your lifestyle? This is hilarious. Look at this. Look how cute that is. Into your lifestyle with a little smiley face. Okay. So no, I don't need it to incorporate into my lifestyle right now. Thank you very much, ChatGPT, but I wanted you to see that. And let's see what else is on my list here. The animal victory, the bot, and the med beds, and let's see what else here. I think that's it. So I hope everybody's doing well today. Remember, you can get watch listed by pissing off the neighbor's dog, even. You know, what if the neighbor's dog comes over here and you yell at the dog? And then you'll have like a rat snitch neighbor call the sheriff and go, she yelled at my dog that was running down the county road without a leash or tags or anything like that. No identifying information. Oh, lastly, I read on the live stream last night, I read a little bit more from the Gang-stalker Survival Guide by that 18-year-old Adam. And he had 3 odd story experiences. I read one of them. It was the man in the white truck, a real encounter with an undercover glowy. I love the terminology of these young people. They just crack me up. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. An undercover glowy. Let me go. I want to read the second story here. Oh, no, I wanted to show the picture of these undercover glowies. Here it is. This is the PTA meeting he was talking about. Check this out. You see these guys? Undercover guys? with the black glasses and with the woman with the black glasses. This is a PTA meeting. Who wears dark glasses like that at a PTA meeting? They're probably recording the whole thing. So they're probably those camera glasses, right? Is that too funny? Have you ever seen people like this at a PTA meeting? They look like FBI agents, doesn't it? But he said, I put my phone away and I started to walk in circles like any normal schizo does. Then all of a sudden it hit me. It was an agent. He was testing me to see if I would use my ambition and power in order to join the military, also known as the Antichrist Army. I mean, this kid's got away with words. I mean, I've never considered the military to be the Antichrist Army, but you know, if the shoe fits, right? We know that, you know, when the army activates against the domestic terrorists, it's not going to be the ones that are unaliving people. It's going to be you and I. So here's story number 2, the bee. Story number 2, the bee. Now, this final story I will share with you, I'm sure many of you will not believe. I'll make it pretty short. About a year ago, once again, when I was sitting in the front of one of my family members' houses, there was a bee floating with its wings, of course, about 3 to 5 feet above me. It was just floating in place and staring at me. And something really weird was going on. Whenever another insect got close to the bee that was watching me, it would immediately chase it away. I watched it do this for about 30 whole minutes. And even while it was not attacking insects, sometimes it would just fly a bit closer to me and begin to follow me around. Well, I've had this happen to me. Here, I've had bugs follow me around. Whenever I tried to get close, it flew further. Whenever I tried to get further, it flew closer. This lasted for a week, and it even followed me all the way back to my house. While I was working out one day, I saw it again. Oh, I mean, this is obviously DARPA technology. It just stood there, and it kept watching me. So I just stood there and stared back at it, but it literally did nothing else. It just kept watching me. So I then picked up a rock and got le brilliant idea. That's what he says, le brilliant idea. I turned around and let it get a bit close. Then I walked away from it just a bit. Then I just stood there a bit. Then, when it was just close enough, I quickly turned around and threw a rock at it like a boss. But then, it easily dodged the rock. But also did something peculiar. Right after it dodged the rock, it chased it for a couple of seconds while it was still in midair, and then it went straight back to watching me. I then threw a little pebble past it, and it reacted the same way over and over. It chased it for a split second, but then just stopped and went back to watching me. It was odd, but I just decided to ignore it until one day I never saw it again. Now, I will tell you my last story of the pigeon, which I believe was even farther back in the past. So I'm going to tell you, I have experienced this with bugs. I have gone into the cat's building over this past summer, and a bee will just be hanging out there watching me. Just one bee out of nowhere. And it would do the same thing. I mean, I never tried to hit it with a rock, but I tried to swat at it. Like, I would go into the cat's building. I've got fly swatters. I could never get the damn thing. But I think I remember telling you that in New Jersey, in one of the spare bedrooms, I was cleaning up in there. It's where I had my cat litter boxes. And I see this odd bug on the floor. And I decided I'm just going to get this bug. But I could not get this bug. It kept walking away from me. Literally, it was walking away. It wasn't flying away. It was just like walking fast away. And then I cornered it, and it ran underneath the closet door. And it was a sliding closet door, and I couldn't find the thing. I never saw it again. Like, you would think if there was a bug in that room, I would see it again, right? It would fly out, it would crawl out, I would find it again. Never again. But I remember telling people, even on the calls back then, like, I felt like this bug was like a little machine. Like, it was like a little spy. It had human. It was almost like a little robot that somebody had programmed to walk around in that room. And I couldn't catch it. How could you not catch a bug that big and then not see it again? So I experienced that too. So story number 3, and then I'm going to end, is the pigeon. One day, a pigeon flew into our backyard on our bird feeder. The odd thing was that it would let us get really close, but usually never close enough to fully touch it. It stayed like that for the next 4 days, so me and my dad, made a little house for it. And it actually liked it. Then one day, my dad got close enough to feed it and even barely touch it. Then after about a week later, it never came back. And then he says, and these are not my words, okay? Fucking Antichrist CIA pigeons. I'm going to say DARPA. Only just today, while writing this, I have put all the pieces together and realized that they have been watching me since the second I was born. Like a dragon standing before my birthing mother, ready to devour me the second I was conceived into this world. But Lord said no, and so did I. And yes, they do watch you from birth, because you know why? They know they have your date, time, and place of birth. With your date, time, and place of birth, it imprints upon the soul of the child what your life will be like here on the planet, your destiny, etc. And that's why I feel like they watch you from birth. They know from birth, but you're not going to be stalked. Well, some people will be stalked from birth. I don't believe that I was stalked from birth. I believe that I was watched from birth, because when they have your birth date, they see your destiny in your chart. And yes, they do. They see your destiny in the chart, and then they want to interfere and intercept it at certain points of your life. It's a game for these people. And then he goes on to say the key of gang stalking. He said, I figured it out. Pay attention. This part is important, for I will give you the 2 keys. Sin. Any internal or external action you do that darkens your soul, lowers your vibrations, or put bad vibes out into the world, and thus weakens your connection with the higher divine. It can be thought, feeling, or physical actions. All of these are actions. It can be sin against yourself, the world, or both. You punish yourself by sin, not God. God does not punish. He's pure love. God only assists when he's called upon, and does not assist much when he's not. So I'm not going to continue reading this, because I don't know how long it is, and perhaps I'll create a part 5 for this manual. And anybody that wants a copy of this manual written by an 18-year-old, email me at alternativehomesteading@gmail.com. And I'm going to sign off for now. I hope everybody's doing well. And yes, DARPA does have insects, bugs, birds, and I mean, it's on YouTube. They put little cameras in insects, and they also create what do you call it? Spy birds with actual feathers, like real feathers. It really looks like a bird, but it's not. It's not a bird. It's a mechanical device. It's like a drone bird. So I hope everybody's doing well. Please remember to hit the thumbs up, and I will talk to you soon.